and welcome back to the Cherry on Top YouTube channel. I'm Jessica, and today's video is for our Technique Tuesday video series, where each month we focus on a new topic, and this month's topic is traveler's notebooks. I love working in my traveler's notebook. I use it mostly for scrapbooking, like single photos or smaller events. Today I'll be scrapbooking in my traveler's notebook that is specifically dedicated to Harper, so once I get it all filled up, I'll give it to her. So it's a lot of photos of just her. I like working in this format also because it's a smaller format, so I can crank out more pages and get through them a bit quicker. So for today, the photo that I'm scrapbooking is a photo that was taken in Tennessee with mountains in the background. So I grabbed this Skyline Silhouettes die from Sizzix and I cut it out using all of the different mountain dies. You can layer these, and what's really cool with it is that you can make this mountain scene as long as you need. So even if I was to do this with 12 by 12 paper, I could do that. And so I cut out a bunch of different mountains, and now I'm just playing with them to figure out how I want them layered up. I cut all of these out on watercolor paper, and that's because I'm going to use some inks to watercolor them. I would much rather grab watercolor paper and watercolor them than cut them out with individual colored cardstocks. I think it's just more fun for me, and I like the watercolor look. But if you're not into mixed media, you could definitely just grab some colored cardstock and do this as well. This die set also comes with a city scene as well as some more like grassy prairie backgrounds. So there's a lot of different ways that you could use this. I just really love the mountains. So I'm taking all of the different colors of inks that I wanted to use. I have some Catherine Pooler inks and some Distress Oxides, and you really just need an ink that will react with water, so a water-based ink, and you'll see different inks will react differently. I find the oxides tend to, when you get them wet, different colors come out, which is a lot of fun. And with the Catherine Pooler, they look more like if you just watercolored them using regular watercolor paints. I then misted them, and I made sure to get them pretty wet because I wanted this ink to really get flowing, and any lines that were created by rubbing the ink pads on them, I wanted them gone. So they are really wet, and then I left them off to the side. Also included in this die set is some clouds, so I cut them out, and now I'm using them as a stencil to create some very subtle clouds in the background. I love doing this type of blending with a blending brush, and I'm not adding a lot of ink. It's more just so there's a little bit of something rather than a stark white page in the background. I'd love to hear in the comments if you ever scrapbook using a traveler's notebook, or if you do more like art journaling or something else in your traveler's notebook. So let me know. And there's all I'm doing for the backdrop, and now I'm starting to layer up my mountains. Through doing this, I found that if you leave some extra paper at the bottom of the mountain, it will be easier to layer up. Some of them I cut a little bit short, like in my second layer there, and I wish I had left a little bit more paper underneath. So that's just a tip. And I found that the easiest way to stack these up was to just add a strip of glue along the base, and that way I could stack them up and move them around how I wanted. And then I'll go back after I've got them all settled in there to glue the tops back down. I tried to go from the lightest in the background to darker, more green in the foreground. The further in the distance that things are away from you, the lighter they appear. So I wanted to work in some of that. And then I also tried to follow the colors that are in the photo. So it's more green in the foreground, and the faraway mountains are a brighter blue, like how I have here. Now I'm just cutting off all of the edges to have a cleaner look, and then my background will be done. Like I said, most of my Traveler's Notebook pages are a bit quicker to create, and I like to focus on one element more than I typically would with a 12 by 12 layout. So if I was doing this with the 12 by 12, I'd have the mountains, but then I'd also feel like I would need a couple other focal points or other embellishments, where on this page I felt like just having the mountain was enough. So I'll have the mountain, and then I'll add in a title and a little bit of small embellishment, but for the most part, this is it. Once everything is all glued down, I will add my photos. I have a few embellishments that I'm adding from the Heidi Swap Set Sale collection, and then also some gold puffy stickers from Garden Bouquet. And that's it for this page. I love how it turned out. I love the watercolor look. So let me know what you think. And thanks for watching.